Welcome back. Dow is down. Can't believe I'm saying this. Only 450 points. It's still about a 1% drop this afternoon. Russell down 2%. It has been a help. The administration clarifying that might provide some reinsurance backstop to the tune of $20 billion. Our next guest says investors are perhaps underappreciating the risks from the Iran conflict, though. Let's bring in Lee Munson, president and CIO at Portfolio Wealth Advisors. Lee, it's good to see you again. Let's run through some of the trades that you are making. You want to make tech, value again?
Yeah, we're either going to get time compression on 25-30% earnings per share this year on the NASDAQ. So if I just have the Qs, the QQQs go sideways for another 6 months, we're going to take those forward multiples down to what they were back in 2015 before people were concerned about overpriced, markets. I think the big message here, we don't need a 10, 15, 20% correction in the NASDAQ to make it cheap again. All we have to do is have time compression, have this thing kind of flatline for a little bit, and the multiples will come down. And that's where I want to load the boat. And I'll tell you right now, value is getting pricey. I love it. I've always been a value player. But right now, I could see this summer, I could see by Thanksgiving, trimming all that value that's done so well, that's been killing the NASDAQ over the last 5 months, and trading it in and start overweighting tech again.
But in other words, you're waiting because you think that what we're currently seeing has more room to run. Like you think the Iran conflict maybe presses all of this to an extreme before you get involved?
Well, you just heard the option traders in Chicago. Everybody's long. There's a structural reason. There's just a perfect little reason why we'll never see the VIX over 30. I don't believe that. Everything's fine until it is. This has been the most shocking week I've seen. Now, I know we've had a 2012 shale revolution. I know that we're energy independent. But at the end of the day, this is not going to go away. This isn't something that Trump's going to get bored with in another week or two. This is a real war. We're going to keep pounding them. And I think that's going to have repercussions as people start seeing we're going to get drawn into this in the whole Middle East. And it's about time that this happens. But remember, from an energy perspective, let it go to 100. Let the correction happen. China is the one who's buying 90% of Iranian oil. They've got the problem. India is the one that needs liquefied natural gas out of the straits and can't get it. So it's a Europe, it's a China issue, but I still think people are going to come to their senses over the next few weeks. Plus, a couple of weeks, option expiration. We've got the Fed talking. The Chicago, Fed president said it best. If you got slow higher and you got the threat of inflation, what's the policy response?
Right.
I think the policy response could be nothing, and that could rattle the cage.
So what are the moves finally that you're making right now?
So I would love to see 5 off the S&P. Could we get 5%? Could I get 6 or 7? The NASDAQ's down about 5 from highs. Small cap value is where I want to put my money right now. If I had to buy some individual stocks, I'm going for the big value plays in the Mag 7, which are Amazon, which are Google. If I want to speculate, not for my clients, but if you hate your money, I'm all about P-Sky right now, Paramount Skydance. I think that people are undervaluing the UFC situation and bringing that to that network. But overall, I think now more than ever, I would look at broad-based indexes. And if we see a bad Monday or a bad Tuesday or just 3 days of a little bit of downward volatility, I want to be in small cap value. I want to be in the S&P. And then, like I said, wait on the NASDAQ a little bit, but then you got to go and deepen those forward multiples compress because the earnings are strong. It's just the sentiment, I think, will bleed off soon.
Lee, appreciate it very much. Great to check in with you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Lee Munson.